welcome to Dash Learning. Today we are going to see about gravitation. A story behind the gravitation, it is very interesting. Newton was sitting under an apple tree, then an apple fell on him. He knew from the first law of motion that a net force should have acted on the apple to make it fall from the tree. This event made Newton to imagine that perhaps all bodies in the universe are attracted towards each other in the same way the apple was attracted towards the earth. And this force of attraction is called gravitation force and force of gravitation. Now in this chapter we will study gravitation in more details. Introduction. Earth attracts all things towards it through an uneven force of attraction. The downwards pull of the earth on the body decreases its velocity in the upward direction to zero and some height. The body cannot rise further. This is therefore the maximum height. The same downwards pull of the earth on the body makes it fall downwards from the maximum height. Based on these findings, Newton postulated his famous universal law of gravitation in 1687. This law is also known as Newton's law of gravitation. He proposed that it was the gravitational force due to the earth which was responsible for keeping the moon in its orbit, and the earth, he assumed that at each point of its orbit the moon falls towards the earth instead of going off it in a straight line. So it must be attracted by the earth, but we do not really see the moon falling towards the earth. Why? Universal law of gravitation. The universal law of gravitation was coined by Sir Isaac Newton. Every body in the universe acts every other body with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their mass and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. The force acts along the line join the two bodies. This is the fundamental to understand gravity. This concept better let us consider two objects of mass m and m that are at a distance r from each other as shown in the figure. Now let's assume that F is the force of attraction between two objects P and Q. So if we take the universal law of gravitation into account, then the force F is proportional to the product of mass of object P and Q, that is F is directly proportional to m into m first, and the force is inversely proportional to the square of distance between these two objects, that is F is directly proportional to 1 by r pi square. Second, when we combine both equation 1 and 2, we derived F is directly proportional to mm by r square. To third equation, or F is equal to g mm by r square root. Note that is this case g is the constant known as universal gravitational constant. Nm 2 kg minus 2 is the SI unit of gravitational constant g. The value of g was first established by Henry Cavendish 1731 to 1810, and it is g equal to 6.673 into 10 minus 11 nm nanometer 2 kg minus 2. Main characteristics of gravitation. Gravitational force between two bodies or bodies does not need any contact between them. It means gravitational force acts at a distance. Gravitational force between two bodies varies inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Hence, gravitational force is an inverse square force. The gravitational force between two bodies are objects from an action-reaction pair. If object A attracts object B with a force F1 and the object B attracts object A with a force F2, then F1 is equal to minus F2. The gravitation force is basically a central force which works along the line joining the center of two bodies. Object Undergoing circular motion, tie a small piece of stone at one end of a thread, hold the other end of the thread in your hand and whirl it round. Observe the motion of the stone. Now release the thread and again observe the motion of the stone. Try this activity in an open space. You can notice that after releasing the stone will flow a path whole direction is tangential to the point from which it is released and finally it fall on the ground. Okay, now it is a conservation force. This implies that the work which is done by the gravitation force is displacing a body from one point to another is only depend on the inertial and final position of the body and is independent of the path followed. It is critically to know the gravitation force is always active, unlike electrostatic force and magnetic force. The importance of universal law of gravitation. The existence of the solar system, motion of planets around the sun, holding the atmosphere near the surface of the earth, the flow of water in river for rainfall and snowfall, motion on the moon around the earth, occurrence of tides, prediction about solar and lunar eclipse made on the basis of this law always comes out to be true. Difference between gravitational constant g and gravitational acceleration g. Here is the differentiation. Gravitational constant, it is a scalar quantity. Gravitational acceleration, it's a vector quantity. Gravitational constant, its value remains constant always and anywhere. Gravitational acceleration, its value varies at various places. Gravitational constant g, its unit is nanometer square by kg square. Gravitational acceleration g, its unit is m by s square. Motion of the object because of the gravitational force of the earth. Motion of objects is, let's assume that an object is falling towards earth with an inertial velocity u, and that is velocity under the effect of gravitational acceleration g changes to v after converting the height h in time t. Then we can derive that three equation of motion as velocity v after t seconds equal to v equal to u plus ght, height converted in t seconds h equal to ut plus and frac 12 by gt square. Relation between v and u including t comma v square equal to u square plus 2gh. Let's understand gravity with a few questions and solutions. Why do we find it difficult to hold a school bag that has a long string and thin straps? A thin and long string exerts a force that is equal spread over a small area, so the force applied due to the bag is more. The pressure is always inversely proportional to its area, so the pressure that is created on the body by thin straps of the school bag is more and it's become more uncomfortable to carry the bag. When we reduce the area of the bag, the pressure increases. Why does a block of wood come up to the surface when it is immersed in a fluid? Answer: the density of water is more than the block of wood, so the buoyant force in water is greater than that of the force exerted by the wooden block. Therefore, whenever a block of wood is immersed, it comes back to the surface. Thank you for watching this video. Keep learning and exploring. Thank you.